Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. And it turns out I'm putting the wrong diesel fuel into my truck. And I didn't even know it. And let me explain. So, had a viewer reach out, his name's Sean. He reached out and said, Hey, did you check the order manual on diesel type of fuel you're supposed to use? And did you know that you're not using the right type of fuel if you use this top tier diesel? And you should spend about 18 bucks every time you fill up by putting this additive in. And if I do it every time, it's going to get really expensive. And I was like, wait, what? Slow down for a minute. I'm trying to keep up here. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it turns out Sean was right. And so let me explain. So I'm going to go to the owner's manual. The place nobody goes and nobody wants to check out because it's the owner's manual. It's the manual of your vehicles. You should be doing this stuff anyways. I don't know, people aren't doing that stuff. Let me move it over here for a second. I like this a little bit better. Okay, so I'm in the vehicle support, Chevrolet.com, and there's an owner's manual. There's a diesel supplement for the 3 liter, and this applies to the heavy duties as well. So it's the diesel, it's all the fuels, heavy duty too. So if you scroll down to, let's see, driving and operating fuel, you'll see top tier fuel, and it says top tier fuel. GM recommends the use of top tier fuel to keep the engine clean, reduce engine deposits, and maintain optimal vehicle performance. Look for top tier logo or top. You can go top tier gas.com for a top list of top tier diesel fuel marketers and applicable countries. So you're looking for this symbol here, okay? And it says if top tier detergent diesel is highly recommended for use with your vehicle, if your area does not have top tier diesel detergent fuel, GM recommends the use of AC Delco diesel fuel conditioner. This will help maintain optimal performance, and GM does not recommend any other aftermarket diesel additives. So, if low quality diesel is used for refilling, GM recommends that AC diesel, whatever. And if you don't use that, you'll build up. It won't run as well. It won't be performance. So I'm like, hey, like most people, I want top tier diesel. I mean, hello, if I'm going to buy fuel, I might as well buy the fuel that GM recommends. I'm going to get life reliability in my engine. I really want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing when I fill this up. So I was like, okay, well, let's head on over to top tier gas.com/diesel brands. So these are approved diesel brands. Okay. So I scroll down the list and that's it. That's it. That's all the marketers or the gas stations that have top tier diesel. So, looking at this list, you can say, well, look, it's Costco. There's a co-op, but that's Canada. Costco warehouse, Costco Kirkland, and Kirkland. Well, those are all the same because Kirkland is the fuel type sold at Costco, and this Nesty MY renewable diesel. So I'm going to get this Nesty real fast. I'm going to go back to Costco, but Nesty's interesting, and I wish except all cookies. I wish I could find this. I really want to try it out. So it's Nesty renewable diesel. I've talked about renewable diesel for a while. This is made out of vegetable oil. It's different than biodiesel, and you have less emissions, and 100% compatible diesel engines. You have no modifications. You just pull up and you fill up. These are what a lot of places in California are using. It meets the CARB board, the California Air Resource Board requirements for low carbon emissions. And so this is what they're putting out there. So it's, it's a lot less greenhouse gases, made from renewable resources. Performance of cold weather is excellent. It's got 70 plus octane or cetane number. So really high performance diesel, renewable diesel. It's different than biodiesel. You can see on the screen. But when you go to look for it, find a Nesty renewable diesel distributor. I got California, and those are commercial operations, not like gas stations you pull up to. And then we have Oregon, and that's it. So that's a no-go. So let's go back to this top tier detergent. That fuel is going to be at Costco. So you pull up Costco, it's Kirkland Signature Fuel, right? And it talks about how good it is and improves performance and reduces emissions, and prevent harmful wear, and have this really interesting viewpoint of diesel fuel injectors showing deposit buildup with the non-top tier diesel and the top tier diesel. So look at that performance. I mean, clearly that's something I want to have in my engine. So let's go to locations. So, let's see. There's nothing in Wyoming, nothing in South Dakota. Let's see what's in Nebraska. So I live in Nebraska. There are 2 locations, La Vista and Lincoln. So getting to from Gearing to the Costco warehouse in La Vista is, what did we say it was? 304 miles. No, excuse me, 436 miles, 6 hours. So I cannot actually drive there because my tank is 24-gallon tank. I can't actually get there all the way without stopping to fill up maybe a little bit. And if I get there, I'm gonna have to fill up and drive back. So that's kind of useless. That's not gonna work. And I thought, well, that's not gonna work. So then I thought, okay, what about Colorado? Can I drive to Colorado and use this diesel fuel? Oh, there's two locations. One's in Gypsum, which is up in the mountains, I believe, and then one's in Timnath. Well, getting to Timnath is 140 miles. So I can drive down and drive back at a quarter tank of gas, I guess, but take me a quarter tank, half tank, whatever. If the roads aren't open, we're expecting a snowstorm this weekend, or actually tomorrow. So can't do that either. So then I thought, well, this is ridiculous. I thought, what are the GM engineers using? So I thought, okay, well, let's look at Milford Proving Grounds, right? So that's Milford Proving Grounds. And then there's Roseville, Michigan, which is the nearest Costco warehouse for this fuel. So if you go down here and you go down to Michigan, we can see Roseville and Traverse City. Well, Traverse City is way north. Roseville makes more sense. So there's a Roseville on Gratiot. And I thought, okay, what are these guys doing? And I looked at it and I thought, okay, oh, wait. Milford Proving Ground to the Costco in Roseville is 44 miles away. There's no way that you're going to tell me those engineers are doing their testing and driving every morning over to Roseville, getting fuel and driving back to the proving grounds. Now, they could have imported their own fuel at their proving grounds. They could have. But it seems kind of like, well, why would you import a fuel that you can't readily buy unless you're a Costco member? Really? That's the thing, too. You got to be a Costco member. And I thought, okay, what's going on out there? There's La Vista. What's going on in the proving grounds in Arizona, for example, right? So they also have a proving grounds in Arizona. It's desert proving. One's in Prescott, one's in Phoenix. I think Prescott's a closer one, so I Googled it. So, to get the GM Desert Proving Grounds to the Costco in Phoenix is 2 hours and 49 minutes, 191 miles. So clearly they're not doing this. They're not doing this. So then I reached out to General Motors. I was like, what's going on? They said, in regards to your question about top-tier diesel, as stated in the owner's manual, top-tier detergent diesel is recommended. This top-tier line of diesel has been recommended since 2018 and top-tier gasoline since 2005. Okay, so as for the AC Delco fuel conditioner, owners should use this if they experience issues related to poor diesel fuel economy if needed. Dirty fuel may decrease engine life. Wow. I don't want decreased engine life. Hold on. So General Motors fuel quality guidelines include ultra low sulfur fuel, less than 15 BPMs of sulfur, and avoiding use of diesel with more than 20% biofuel by volume. Hopefully explains things better. Sean, Senior Manager, Chevrolet Trucks Communications. So, that doesn't reassure me that what I'm doing is not harmful to the engine. And looking at AC Delco on Amazon, it's $18 container as fuel system treatment. So $18 a container, and this cleans the nozzles like we saw on the graphic from Kirkland or from Costco, improves performance, improves dependability. Yeah, lots of good things. And I thought, well, how often I got to use this? And AC Delco doesn't say how often you got to use it, but typically use it once per tank, and boom. The Power Service Diesel Additives Learning Center says you should use your year-round maintenance schedule is every time you fill up, you should add a detergent in your diesel fuel, an additive. Well, $18 a fill up plus on top of everything else. I don't know. That seems kind of ridiculous. So then I was like, all right, well, what is everybody else recommending? So I thought, let's go to Ram. Now I went to look up the EcoDiesel, but they killed that. So I was like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I looked at, okay, here we go. Ram requirements for diesel engines. This is for their heavy duties, but I figured kind of applies to the EcoDiesel as well. And they say use good quality diesel fuel from a reputable supplier in your vehicle. Okay, doesn't mean a whole lot. Federal law, they talk about the low sulfur. They talk about low sulfur high diesel. They think about number 2 diesel fuel. Also number 1, it's a climatized fuel. So like in the wintertime, it's got different I want to say detergent, but different makeup to operate better in the winter. Diesel 1 fuel. Diesel fuel, they're talking about some less water, I can, what you're gonna do in the engine as far as keeping that water separated, biodiesel requirements, pickup models, yeah, fuel quality. There's nothing about top tier, and even if I do a little thing, it says top tier. Nope, top tier, two different words. Nope. Okay, so apparently Mopar doesn't put this in here because again, it's a little ridiculous as far as where to find it. So let's go to Ford. So I went to Ford, and I had to look up the Ford 2022 owner's manual because 2023 didn't really show me anything. And what I got here was fuel quality, selecting the correct fuel for cold weather diesel. And it says, we recommend top tier diesel fuel where available to help minimize engine deposits, maintain optimal vehicle and engine performance. So at least you're saying we're available. I mean, because it's not available. It's not anywhere really. And you can go top tier gas and do the same searching I did. So what do you got here? You got Ford. You got Ford recommends top tier fuel. Ram doesn't say a damn word about it. Chevrolet's like, you better use it or you're going to have maybe decreased engine life because you have a dirty fuel. You're not using the right kind of fuel types. Yeah. So, I mean, I need to buy some AC Delco, and I'm going to say every once in a while, I can't afford to do every fill up to do the diesel fuel additive, $18 a fill up. Seems pricey. So, I mean, common sense kind of tells you, if you find a reputable fuel supplier, like say a Shell or Conoco or something like that, you should be fine. And I believe I will be fine. But come on, guys, like let's write the owner's manual that's actually can be useful to owners and give you information that actually exists instead of saying, well, it's not our fault. It's the gas station marketer's fault, or the gas station marketer's going, well, it's not our fault. It's the OEM's fault for recommending top tier diesel fuel. Arguments going back and forth. I just want to get a straight answer. And unfortunately, there's no straight answer. So makes my job a little frustrating. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just want to explain it all because it was sitting on my head for a while. I'm just like, this is just confusing as hell. And hopefully I solved some questions there or created new questions. I don't know. For more, check out videos over here. Website down below as well. pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.